What is up, my friends? You are very, very welcome along to Wednesday evening's Anfield Agenda News Roundup. As I'm recording this, it's just a few hours away from the second of the Euro semi-finals. The Netherlands taking on England for a place in Sunday's final against Spain. And we will not be live tonight in a normal time slot. We'll be back tomorrow at 8:45 because, of course, we want to give you guys time to enjoy and watch the Euro semis. So what am I going to be talking about in today's video? Well, I'm going to be telling you about a release clause for a wide attacking player that Liverpool will not be triggering. We're going to be telling you about another wide player who Liverpool may well be triggering their release clause. We're going to give you the latest on Liverpool's search for young talent, including the Here We Go on RIO Nyamoha. More on that in a moment. And we'll also be telling you who reported back for pre-season training today at the AXA Training Centre. Both were all smiles. So, after you've watched the video, my friends, you know the score. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Right, I'm going to get straight into it. So, who is the wide forward that Liverpool will not be triggering the release clause of? Well, it is Dani Olmo. His release clause of £50 million expires on Monday. And it is believed that Premier League and Spanish clubs are very interested in signing Dani Olmo, who of course has had a brilliant Euros with Spain, but we simply don't need to bring Olmo in because we have Szoboszlai. This piece here from Ryan Taylor Sports said, there's a likelihood that Dani Olmo's £50 million release clause will be triggered before Monday's deadline, and Liverpool are not plotting a move for Olmo. I reported this to you guys, well, a lot over the summer. It was never a move that Liverpool were going to be interested in, despite the fact he is having a wonderful Euros. But we're pretty good in that area of the pitch. And I will be talking about somebody else who I think might just as equally excite you in a moment's time. Before I do though, who returned back to training today at the AXA Training Centre? Well, it was the great man himself, Mohamed Salah, and Wataru Endo. Both returned today for pre-season training. Both were full of smiles. It was lovely to see all the videos of them meeting up with their teammates. And of course, that lovely image of Mohamed Salah and Arne Slot. Whatever they were saying, they were all finding it funny, and that's good to see. Mo, of course, looking $1 million as he always does, and it looks like both of them are ready to go for pre-season. So Arne Slot is starting to get his team back bit by bit. These players are coming in. It will be staggered over the course of the next few weeks, but Mohamed Salah and Wataru Endo did return today. Right, so we got the Here We Go from Fabrizio Romano, who said, Liverpool sign RIO Nyamoha from Chelsea Academy, exclusive story confirmed, and here we go. The 2008 born talent is set to sign documents this week with Liverpool. Several clubs wanted Rio, but he's joining Liverpool's academy. This was also confirmed by James Pearce of The Athletic, and it is great news. This kid is a generational talent. Now, the step from underage to the first team is the biggest step of them all, but this kid looks like as close to a guarantee as possible. And Chelsea, well, they're not very happy about how this young talent has gotten away from them, and it's believed to be the pathway on offer from Liverpool to the first team that turned Rio Nyamoha's head. He was offered more money at Chelsea, and according to reports today, Liverpool have not broken their underage wage structures to bring him in. It is within the parameters of that structure. I'll move on to speak about that in a moment. This piece here from Paul Gore said, Liverpool believe that they have signed one of the most exciting youngsters in English football in Rio Nyamoha. It's believed that an angry Chelsea have been left furious with how they've lost one of the brightest talents in their academy to a rival. And as I've mentioned as well, Liverpool didn't break their underage wage structure to do it. So it's just a win-win. It is a real win-win, and I've got no notes. Liverpool, well played. More of this would be great, but of course we do need some here and now players as well. And speaking of here and now players, the player that Liverpool are apparently willing to trigger a release clause of is Jeremy Frimpong. Interested? Here we go. Liverpool have most recently made contact over a potential deal for Bayer Leverkusen's Jeremy Frimpong, according to Bild. They go on to say that the player has a €40 million release clause, but, and there's always a but, isn't there? That does expire in about 10 days' time, or a week after the final of the Euro. So we're going to have to get moving quickly. Now, it isn't just Liverpool that are interested. Apparently the player himself likes the idea of coming to Liverpool. Bild have also said that Bayer Leverkusen right wing back Jeremy Frimpong has reportedly set his sights on a move to Liverpool. It's getting better by the minute, the more I read it. According to Bild, Frimpong only has 3 clubs that he's willing to join this summer: Real Madrid, Liverpool and Arsenal. And his preference, according to Bild, is to come to Liverpool, and Liverpool have an advantage in the race for his signature. This would be incredible. Like, if we brought him in and we kept Trent and we had Bradley, oh, the options, my friends. Oh, the options on that right-hand side. And look, this is a deal that financially makes absolute sense. 40 million euros, the release clause. He's a homegrown player, I believe, as well, because he was brought up to the Manchester City Academy. I would very much take this deal, especially if it means we're not having to lose Trent or Conor Bradley. It does concern me, though. I mean, I'd like to see Trent tied up, but and not in that way. I mean, dirty people. I meant with a new contract. I don't know what's going through your dirty minds, but I would like to see that sorted out. And if this is a case of on top of what we have, I would be very, very happy with Jeremy Frimpong coming in at that number on a reasonable wage as well. And it always helps when the player himself wants a move, likes the idea of coming to Liverpool. So we will know the answer to this, I guess, over the next 9 or 10 days, because as we said, it needs to be triggered before it expires at the end of next week. So keep your eyes peeled on this one. And one former thing for you guys before we go is, Fabrizio Romano has said, I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool do go for a midfielder this summer, because they've had several meetings with the contact and agents of Ederson of Atlanta. He's one of the players of Atalanta, He's one of the players that Liverpool consider in midfield, but never sent a proposal. Also, because they know it's going to be difficult, it's going to be a complicated deal to get him out of Atalanta. Now, I'm not saying that it's only going to be this guy or nobody else, but it is reassuring to know that Liverpool are looking in central midfield. We've also spoken this week about our interest in João Neves of Benfica. He has a €120 million release clause, and it looks like Benfica will want the whole amount for anybody who wants to sign him. They've had offers of £50 and £60 million that have been turned down, and it's believed that only the full €120 million release clause would tempt Benfica into selling. Well, it wouldn't tempt them, there's not much they could do about it, but I want to know your thoughts. Ederson, João Neves, or somebody else entirely? I don't mind, as long as the club have their number one target and go and execute it and get the player in. That's all I think I can ask for. So, we need a centre-back, we need a utility wide forward, and a midfielder. The plan's starting to take shape. Now we need the additions. I reported to you guys this morning that 16 Premier League clubs have already made signatures regarding incomings in this window, with Manchester United and Arsenal looking like they're closing in as well. So, fingers crossed we see some movement here soon. My friends, that is it from me this evening, but I will be back tonight after the England-Netherlands game with another transfer video, so hopefully you guys can check that out later on. Don't forget as well to check out the Anfield Agenda Clips channel. All you need to do is have a look in the description, or scan the QR code in the bottom corner, or even just search Anfield Agenda Clips on YouTube. We're closing in on 30,000 subscribers on our Clips channel. We really would love your support, and we've listened to your feedback on the new studio as well. We're going to unveil some new upgrades to this tomorrow, which should, I hope, soften it up and make it a bit more fun for you guys as well. So thank you for all your feedback on that, and I'll catch up with you tonight. Best of luck to the Netherlands and to England. May the best team win. See you later. Bye bye.